Summer clothes in a closet yesterday. I can give them all away unless you wear them. My memory ain't the best. One more time, what's your address? They should get there by the end of this week or the next. I've been thinking about you. Funny how that goes. Looking for my winter jacket, I found your summer clothes. I'm alright, thanks for asking. Summer came and summer's passing. The town, you know it's the same old. There's a lot of talk, but nothing happens. They built a new casino, and they call it Little Reno. But the blinking sign's got a busted light, says welcome to Eno. I always think about you, especially when it snows. I see you there, your sunlit hair, wearing summer clothes. And do you think you'll ever make it back to town? I don't like the weather either. There's a lot of good folks love seeing you around. And I'll hang on to a pair of your sneakers, maybe a couple t-shirts. You know we see the sun for 1 or 2 months. I found your summer clothes in a closet yesterday, but I really called to say hello. Sure was good talking to you. I let you off the phone, put on my winter jacket, and send your summer clothes.
I thought I liked my whiskey. Now every single sip burns more like gasoline when it ain't on your lips. Thought I liked California, but if that seesaw breeze ain't running through your hair, it's just some place to me. I know me when I'm holding you close, but baby, I don't know myself not loving you. Feels like I can't trust the back of my hand, 'cause you left with everything I thought I knew. Baby, I don't know myself not loving you. My heart feels like a stranger now that your heart is gone, and I feel like someone else who's only half as strong. I thought that I could handle falling asleep alone, but I've tossed and turned where we've tangled sheets, questioning every last damn thing. I know me when I'm holding you close, but baby, I don't know myself not loving you. Feels like I can't trust the back of my hand, 'cause you left with everything I thought I knew. Baby, I don't know myself not loving you. I never wanted to ever find out who I'd be if there's no you and me. I know me when I'm holding you close, but baby, I don't know myself not loving you. Feels like I can't trust the back of my hand, 'cause you left with everything I thought I knew. Baby, I don't know myself not loving you. No, I don't know myself not loving you. wanna share a perfect back porch view.
I don't want someone to come home to. If it ain't you, if it ain't you, there's no one else worth giving my heart to. If it ain't you, if it ain't you, no, I don't know what love is if it ain't you.
I don't wanna hear the words, don't go home yet.
I don't want a kiss that takes away my breath.
I don't need forever eyes to get lost in.
I don't want to feel a strong hand on my skin. If it ain't you, if it ain't you, there's no one else worth giving my heart to. If it ain't you, if it ain't you, no, I don't know what love is if it ain't you. I don't wanna live a happy life and get laid to rest when it's my time, with any name engraved there next to mine. If it ain't you,
Oh, if it ain't you.
if it ain't you, if it ain't you, there's no one else worth giving my heart to. If it ain't you, if it ain't you, no, I don't know what love is if it ain't you. No, I don't know what love is if it ain't
I'm here alive, and I am realizing all my dreams. One day I'll be gone, and all we'll have endless memories. I'm here alive, and I'm thankful for every moment, for all the things to come. I will always keep my heart open, yeah. I'm grateful for this life and all the things I've been given. I'm blessed to be alive, it's so nice, I'm still breathing. This world is an absolute miracle. Remember, life is the game, make it joyful to play, and don't hesitate, let's go. I'm living a moment, I'm living a dream. I'm making my path with no fear within. I'm living a moment, I'm living a dream. I'm making my path with no fear within. I'm living the moment, oh, living the moment, oh yeah. I am alive, and I'm grateful for every day I'm here. I catch every moment, and I won't let myself be tricked by fear. Things were just to be, to enjoy and be free. My ability to feel, to hear, and to see. I won't take this all for granted. There's no time to wait. Appreciate every
Welcome, Bishop Vasha of the Diocese of Santa Rosa. Incoming President, Dr. Paul Roccanello. Board Chair, Mr. John Cote. Esteemed faculty, proud parents, beloved families, and especially Cardinal Newman's class of 2026. Welcome to this happy and blessed occasion. Today we gather not simply to mark the end of a high school journey, but to celebrate a profound transformation. 4 years ago, the young men and women sitting before us entered the gates of Cardinal Newman High School as eager individuals. Today, they stand at the beginning of the future as a unified, formed, and deeply rooted community of faith, leadership, and service. Community is an important part of our school mission. Our school mission statement also reminds us that we are called to educate students in the wholeness of body, mind, and soul. Class of 2026, look back at your time here. Your wholeness of mind was forged in our classrooms, where you wrestled with complex ideas, discovered new passions, and learned to seek truth with rigor and humility. Your wholeness of body was strengthened on our athletic fields, in our art studios, and through the daily rhythms of community life. And most importantly, your wholeness of soul was nurtured in our chapel, on retreats, and in times of prayer and deep reflection. Those quiet, grace-filled moments where you encountered our loving God, sought to hear his guidance, and learned to recognize his image in one another. This holistic formation, deeply consistent with the teachings of our Catholic Church, has prepared you for a world that desperately needs what you have to offer. You are not just graduates receiving a diploma. You are the faithful and talented leaders our world desperately needs. To the parents and families here today, thank you. Thank you for entrusting your most precious gifts to our care and for partnering with us to build and strengthen this precious Catholic school community. The beauty of this day belongs to you just as much as it does to them. To our dedicated faculty and staff, thank you for your relentless devotion, for teaching with your lives as much as your lesson plans, and for modeling Christ-like love every single day. Class of 2026, as you step out from Cardinal Newman High School, remember that your formation does not end here. The world will test your faith, demand your leadership, and present endless opportunities for your service. Answer that call with the full wholeness of your body, mind, and soul. The world truly needs you to make it a better place. Bring goodness and kindness into this world. Class of 2026, may God bless you, protect you, and keep you always in his grace. I am now honored to welcome Isa Shami to lead us in our gathering prayer. Isa was selected by our chaplain, campus minister, and theology department to write and to lead a prayer on behalf of his class that captures their collective prayers for this day.
I now invite you to please stand for prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Loving God, we thank you for what has been a great 4 years at Cardinal Newman, for the countless opportunities you have given us here, and will continue to provide heading into the future. We ask that you continue to be a presence in each and every one of our hearts, guiding our decisions and ultimately our futures. For those who have plans for what lies ahead, be a source of reassurance. And for those who may not, Be there for us as we figure out what the rest of our lives are going to look like. Be the constant in our lives in this time of change. In a time when we're also focused on the future, help us remain in the present, that we never get so caught up in what's to come that we forget to be grateful for what we have, for all we've already been given. Put us on the pathway to success, even if we may not yet understand what success may look like in your eyes. Allow us to feel a sense of fulfillment in not only the great things we will do, but in what we've already worked so hard to accomplish. Allow our worldly lives and continual efforts to praise you through struggle and in celebration, because that is what success is. When we are weary, give us perseverance. When we are discouraged, hope. When we lose sight of the path, remind us that you are on our side. Fill our hearts and our minds with the peace of God. Surround us with your bountiful blessings and everlasting love. Allow your continual presence in our lives to inspire a dedication to faith and a willingness to serve others within us, so that we can grow into the faithful and righteous people that you know we can be. We may never be perfect, but we can only ask that you use our imperfections, our faults, our every mistake for good, to benefit the world, or even just one person out there. In a world full of so much imperfection, help us to recognize the perfection in you, that you are always there for us, no matter how imperfect or unworthy we feel. Help us find comfort living in times of discomfort, to find comfort in your arms, to be willing to reach out of our own comfort zones in order to achieve great things. Teach us to run to you when faced with difficulties. Give us the courage and the strength to keep moving forward, that we may be transformed through the trials we face. Encourage us to reach for the stars and be there for us as we stumble along the way. But most of all, we ask that you lead the class of 2026 into the future, helping us not only lead Kindly Light, but in leading the entirety of the rest of our lives. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
The John M. Fitzgerald Scholar Athlete Award is named after John M. Fitzgerald, who was Cardinal Newman's first athletic director and basketball coach. The 4-year award goes to a student who has played a sport or multiple sports all 4 years and has a GPA of 3.5 or higher. The nominees for the John M. Fitzgerald Scholar Athlete Award are Summer Binder, Oliver Curry, Bella D'Amico, Juliet Deal, Ella Foley, Thomas Gaskill, Legend Haile, Brody Hansel, Jordan Johnson, Sophia Kerrigan, Eric McDonald, Reagan McIntosh, and Kaylin Swatchi. And the award goes to Sophia Kerrigan and Eric McDonald. Congratulations. I would now like to invite Ms. Gabrielle Thompson, Arts Director, to the podium.
The Thomas M. DeMeo Scholar Artist Award is named after Thomas DeMeo, a former graduate who excelled in the arts. This award goes to a scholar artist who has been involved in the arts for 4 years and has maintained a 3.5 GPA or higher. The nominees for the Thomas M. DeMeo Scholar Artist Award are Ella Bernstein, Chloe Cotton, Layla McAsey, Ashley Singleton, Madeline Stevens, Noah Seward, Andrew Williams, John Ibarra. And the award goes to Chloe Cotton and John Ibarra. Congratulations.
Good evening. The Henry F. Trioni Outstanding Leadership Award recognizes outstanding leadership for 4 years. Please stand when I read your name. The nominees: Keely Collins, Lydia Cunningham, Oliver Curry, Juliet Deal, Abigail Edwards, Macklin Friedman, Brody Hansel, Reagan McIntosh, Issa Shami, Kaylin Swatchy, Hugo Traverso, and Joshua Treby. And the award goes to Brody Hansel and Kaylin Swatchy. Kaylin is coming back from her track meet, which she PR'd, by the way, and she's going to state. I now invite our chaplain, Father Girolo, Theology Department Chair, to present the remaining awards.
The Mary Ellen C. Walter Outstanding Service Award is the second oldest award at Cardinal Newman. Mary Ellen C. Walter served as a board member in service to our community. The award recognizes students with outstanding service for 4 years. The nominees for outstanding service for 4 years are Claire Anja, Madeline Bugby, John Chapman, Keely Collins, Amanda Favre, Brody Hansel, Emma Lando, Griffin Lewis, Alfonso Orozco, Roderick Smith, and Kaylin Swouchy. And the award goes to Madeline Bugby and John Chapman. The John Henry Newman Christian Gentleman Award and the St. Angela Merici Christian Gentlewoman Award recognizes a young man and young woman who model these saints with an active faith and carrying out examples of care and concern for others for 4 years. The nominees for the John Henry Newman Christian Gentleman Award are Nene Angel Gutierrez, Oliver Curry, Brody Hansel, Paulo Maraviglia, Eric McDonald, and Isa Shami. The nominees for the St. Angela Merici Christian Gentlewoman Award are Claire Ange, Keely Collins, Keely Dickey, Abigail Edwards, Ella Foley, Isabella Cunamene, and Sarah Martinez. The John Henry Newman Christian Gentleman Award goes to Oliver Curry. And the St. Angela Merici Christian Gentlewoman Award goes to Keely Collins. Congratulations. I would now like to invite Dr. Barry Ford.
The Walter C. Hulsman Highest GPA Award is the oldest award at Cardinal Newman. This year, we recognize Ella Bernstein, Madeline Bugby, Abigail Edwards, Brody Hansel, Chase Mandel, Roderick Smith, and John Ibarra. Congratulations to this year's valedictorians, Madeline Bugby, Chase Mandel, and Roderick Smith.
Picture? Ah, we're getting it. Here we go. You get in? Okay. Yeah, get in.
Stay up here. All right. Okay. At this time, it's with great delight that I introduce the valedictorians of the class of 2026, all of whom are among the recipients of the Holzman Award for the highest GPAs, as well as Oxford Scholars, honorees of the California Scholarship Federation, and the College Board for their achievement in advanced placement courses. Our first speaker is Roderick Smith, who will attend the College of Letters and Science at the University of California, Berkeley. Take it away. And here's your... Okay.
Am I taking that with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. For a long time, I don't think I understood what gratitude truly meant. I thought it was being thankful for the good things in life, being grateful for a good grade, a win in a game, or the clock hitting 2:30 on a Friday after a long week. But it actually means so much more than that. Gratitude in its true form isn't just noticing something positive and being happy to have it. To practice gratitude completely is to be aware and appreciative of every little detail in our lives, no matter how big or small, whether seemingly positive or negative in the moment. When I lost my father back in 4th grade, I realized how fragile and temporary life truly is. It suddenly became strikingly clear that nothing in the world is promised to us. Our lives are given to us by the grace of God, and every moment we have here is sacred. For the past 4 years, we've been blessed with faculty who sacrifice an enormous portion of their lives for our betterment. The maintenance crew works hours of overtime without pay to keep our facilities clean and orderly. Our parents have spent countless hours driving us, making us meals, working to make money to support us, and giving us advice on how to become better people. In a community like this, rare in its generosity and willingness to help each other out, there is so much to be deeply grateful for, and it's important to recognize that. And yet, over time, as I reflected on these great gifts, I started to question my belief about comfort, struggle, and the aspects of life that truly bring about growth. I cherished the finish lines more than the races themselves, and it didn't make sense. I began to realize that gratitude incorporates more than just appreciation for what we have accomplished. The difficult times help us understand ourselves better. As I figured out how to deal with the challenges presented to me, I also learned to appreciate them, because those challenging times have made me a better person. Although the frustration with schoolwork, difficult relationships, and personal growth all felt visceral and real in the moment, it also seems undeniable that those challenges are there for a purpose. They give us opportunities to grow in strength, resilience, and spirit. I used to resent the rough hands I got dealt. They made life harder, and I didn't understand why they had to happen to me. I felt like anger and resistance made me stronger, like they could help me fight off the hard times. But we'll all face hardships in the future. We'll struggle for the rest of our lives. And so it only makes sense that the strongest way to treat life's highs and lows is with gratitude. We can all hold gratitude for the great things we've been given, like the support we've received from all of you parents, coaches, and faculty, and every legendary adventure we've had with our wonderful classmates. But also all of the challenges. Staying up until 3 a.m. to finish our family history trifolds, remember that? And studying in terror before the AP exams. That's what brought us here, isn't it? Those late nights and stressful minutes in the 4th quarter teach us who we are and who we can be. As we move forward in life, I hope we can learn to embrace both the wins and the losses with equal gratitude, taking every moment for what it is and allowing ourselves to grow. Thank you all, and congratulations to the class of 2026.
Our next speech will be given by Chase Mandel, who plans to study neuroscience at the University of California, Los Angeles.
Good evening. it is my distinct pleasure to be with you, the faculty, family, friends, role models, inspirations, and most importantly, my peers at this commencement for the class of 2026. For the many of you sitting out there in the crowds that don't know me, as I'm far less prominent in the social scene than some, I think that others would generously describe me as reserved and unemotional. When I was writing my college applications, Dr. Evans even went so far as to say that I should use AI to sound more human. However, I want to take a moment to speak with you here on this special occasion about perseverance. It is the reason that many of us are sitting here today. There is not one graduate that you see in front of you that didn't at one point or another face a struggle, to be confronted by a challenge that tested their ability, their resolve, and their faith in themselves. It is by no measure an inherited quality, but often one that is inspired by our parents, our community, and more importantly, by our teachers. Over the last 4 years, our perseverance has had no shortage of inspiration, examples that have shown us not to shrink from a challenge, not to be intimidated by an instruction, not to be anything less than our best selves. As we pursue that next set of goals or some distant marker of success, we must remember that success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. Within our own community here at Cardinal Newman, we are so privileged to have an incredible group of faculty that goes above and beyond what is expected of them to help us pursue those qualities that will serve us in the future. Whether it is Ms. Rodnick's constant eagerness to help us find our faith, or Mr. Tiernan's desire for us to appreciate what has come before us, we have all been inspired to meet the challenges over these last 4 years. And with the resources and opportunities that we are given, we are put in positions that allow us to persevere, positions that allow us to struggle in pursuit of some distant achievement. Perseverance allows us to shape ourselves. And while it might not always have been easy, this group of outstanding individuals has found a way to embrace the struggle, to push through time and time again. I think that when we look back on our time at Cardinal Newman, many of us begin to realize that we have grown so much in these last few years. While it was hard to recognize in the moment, all of those opportunities for growth that were placed in front of us have led us to become the people that we are today. Learning to struggle is a prerequisite for success. We have not, we cannot, we will not shy away from challenges. These values that have been imbued by the Cardinal Newman community will spark our resilience and lead to prosperity throughout our lives. When I look around at all of my peers, I know that we have what it takes to go out into the world and make a meaningful impact. As we close this shared chapter at Cardinal Newman, we will continue to take inspiration from our families, friendships, and faith, for they are what drive us, what guide us, what connect us, and ultimately, what defines us. So let's continue to see the challenges that lie ahead, not as impediments, but as blessings that can benefit us in the years to come. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2026.
Our final speaker is Madeline Bugby, who will attend the University of California at Santa Barbara, where she intends to study economics.
Hello, students, faculty, friends, and family. Today, I want to talk about one famous complaint that every teacher has heard at least once. When am I ever going to use this in the real world? Spoken like a true calculus student, my classmate asked our teacher this last class. Mr. Hrushka's response stuck with me. He said that the benefit of our class wasn't to memorize intense calculus formulas, but to learn how to identify problems and solve them. We were learning how to dissect and approach challenges, though we didn't know it when we started. Life is full of small lessons that are often only illuminated in hindsight. We often don't realize the hidden wisdom and growth in experiences that we might take for granted. My freshman year, I started a tutoring program here at Newman. I saw the need for it, and the Newman faculty provided an opportunity to execute my idea. What I really appreciated was the staff, like Mr. Alioto, who supported me without taking over my project. This allowed me to develop skills I didn't know I had and eventually meet one of my best friends. Seizing opportunities, even if we don't know exactly why, often leads to more positive consequences than we could have possibly foreseen. There's always opportunity for something greater. We have been fortunate to have a school and parents that have opened so many doors for us, and we have progressed the most by jumping on those opportunities. New experiences aren't just possibilities for new joy, but potential to learn and move forward with our new understandings. Every opportunity we've taken has shaped us, and our gained insight has brought us here today, where we've learned enough over the last 4 years to support ourselves in the next step of our individual lives. As a class, we've taken advantage of so many opportunities, but there's also been situations where we've done the exact opposite, letting moments pass us by because we're intimidated by the challenge they could present. Taking new opportunities introduces the unknown, but staying where we are is safe. Doing nothing will ultimately lead to nothing. But change is inevitable. The world will continue developing around us, and we get the choice to shift with it or stay where we are. It's worth it to take the chance. If we hadn't gone to senior retreat, we might have never met someone new. If we didn't pay attention in class, we might have never heard the specific lessons that have stuck with us. And if we didn't listen to Mr. Fonseca, we might not ever know that class starts in 3 minutes. Life is uncertain. We'll change, we'll grow, but nothing will ever be constant. The ending of high school marks a new opportunity. The opportunity to open our eyes to the possibilities around us and take chances we might otherwise talk ourselves out of. So, Class of 2026, I hope we all continue to seek new adventures in whatever path we choose and learn from the little lessons along the way. And I can't wait to see where those lessons take us. Class of 2026, congratulations.
All right. At this time, Mrs. Catherine Eggleston will present the commencement speaker.
Good evening. A year ago, this student gave his pitch to a panel of administrators, teachers, and counselors explaining why he wanted to lead this class and community as the ASB president. In his words, "I have been so incredibly fortunate to experience all that Cardinal Newman High School is over the past 3 years. It has taught me to be a better student, a better classman, a better friend, a better athlete, and a better leader." He shared that he is a legacy, a third-generation graduate of Cardinal Newman. His father and his 2 sisters also graduated from Newman. He shared that his desire to serve as ASB president was rooted in the impact this school had on him growing up and his desire to pay it forward. He wanted to leave a positive mark on this community. He wanted to ensure that every student felt seen, valued, and connected, just as he had throughout his time here. This evening is a full circle moment as he will stand before you, concluding his final day on this stage as the ASB president. He did what he promised. He is leaving Newman making a positive impact on his class, the younger classmen, his teachers, and the greater community. Brody did what he promised he would do. This is the most fitting and meaningful ending to this chapter of his Cardinal Newman story. It is my privilege to introduce Brody Hansel.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to the Cardinal Newman class of 2026. When we got here as freshmen, there were concerns. I remember hearing from my sisters, one who had just graduated and one who was a senior, that the teachers were preparing themselves for a very rowdy class. And honestly, fair. But somewhere along the way, we proved we were more than just that reputation. Yes, we had our moments, some of which should probably stay off the record. But we also became a class that this community truly came to appreciate. Respectful, resilient, and still capable of having a lot of fun. And speaking of fun, as we stand here celebrating the end of high school, I think we all know what's really ahead of us. Sleepless nights, packed schedules, and questionable decisions. No, I'm not talking about college. I'm talking about the next couple of weeks. Grad party season. Grad party season. So I'll just say this. Be safe, be smart, and if something sounds like a bad idea, pause and ask yourself, will it be worth the memory? Now, before writing this speech, I realized a sad truth. There's a good chance most of you won't remember much of what I say tonight. And honestly, I get it. So I've accepted that fate. But if I can make you remember one thing, I hope it's this. Commit to your dreams. When we were younger, dreaming was easy. We didn't overthink, we just believed. We became our dreams. In fact, I took the time to ask the class of 2026, when you were little, what did you want to be when you grow up? And here were some of the responses I received. Some of us wanted to be professional athletes. Some wanted to be Taylor Swift. Some of you still might be working on that. When I was in preschool, there was someone who wore a leotard every day to school because she wanted to be a gymnast. Now that is commitment. And then there was Jeremiah. He wanted to be a grandmother. And honestly, that might be the best dream of all. Because at its core, it's about caring for people. And when you look around today, that's exactly what got us here. Our families, our teachers, our coaches, our friends. These are the people who supported us through everything, especially supporting us through failure. Because let's not pretend we don't know what that feels like. We've failed tests, missed deadlines, lost games, made bad decisions, checked grades we immediately wished we hadn't, opened college decisions, and then needed a moment. Personally, I received 4 separate rejection letters from my dream school. As our buddy Jim Carrey once said, "So you're telling me there's a chance?" But here's the truth. Failure isn't the opposite of a dream, it's part of it. Every setback, every rejection, it all shapes us. Your parents will call it building character. Your friends will tell you you'll be fine. Father will tell you it's God's plan. And somehow, they're all right. Because through all of it, we didn't quit. We adapted. We learned, and we kept going. And one of those places we learned that lesson best was in Mr. Geoffrion's classroom. Through his ancestry project, we didn't just complete another assignment, we learned where we come from. We learned that every single one of us is here because someone before us took a risk, chased a dream, failed along the way, and kept going. We heard stories of immigrants, entrepreneurs, and families who built something from nothing. And somehow, those journeys all led to this moment, to all of us gathering here today. So, Mr. Geoffrion, G Money, thank you. Thank you for Thank you for teaching us more than just history. Thank you for reminding us that our stories matter and that we are a part of something bigger than ourselves. And since you two will be graduating, it only feels right to say, Mr. Geoffrion, welcome to the Cardinal Newman class of 2026. Now, if we're being honest, we may not have become the superheroes, race car drivers, carnies, or unicorns the class of 2026 dreamed of as kids. Huge disappointment, I know. But what we have become is better. We've grown. Our dreams didn't disappear, they evolved. Maybe we didn't become exactly what we once imagined, but in chasing those dreams, we discovered what we love, what we don't, what we're willing to work for, and who we are. And that's what really matters. Because success isn't about perfectly following one plan, it's about having the courage to chase something meaningful, even when it's hard. So as we leave Cardinal Newman, I hope we remember this. Don't choose the easy path because it's safe. Don't walk away from something just because it's difficult. And don't forget the kid you used to be, the one who believed anything was possible. The mermaid, the ninja, the spy, the astronaut. Make that version of you proud, because one day, that's what you'll look back on. Not whether everything went perfectly, but whether you had the courage to try. So class of 2026, dream big, laugh often, accept that things will go wrong and that you'll be okay. And most importantly, keep going. Even when it's hard, even when it's uncertain, even when you get rejected 4 times. Henry Ford said it best. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Congratulations, class of 2026. Mish complete. Mish complete.
And now comes the moment we've been waiting for, the conferring of diplomas. We are proud to present these candidates as Cardinal Newman High School Class of 2026 to Bishop Robert Vasha.
I think I'm going to come from this side.
Over here. Okay.
Sienna Dolores Alvarez. Nene Arturo Angel Gutierrez. Claire B. Anjay. Anthony Walter Azevedo. Elena Bartashova. Nolan Anthony Barikovich. Ian Young Baronic. Ella Danielle Bernstein. Devin Lewis Bertoli. Jonah Edward Bertoli. Summer Grace Binder. Kate Alexis Blanchard. Ethan Nino Bowers. Colin James Brennan. Charles David Bruno. Madeline Morgan Bugby. Morgan Lynn Cameron. John Edward Chapman. Devlin Murray Chavez. Keely Marie Collins. Dominic Daniel Corkins. Chloe Elizabeth Sugar Cotton. Saul Quayer. Lydia Ann Cunningham. Oliver Axel Curry. Leanne Data. Bella Nia D'Amico. Maxwell Robert Daniel. Elizabeth Irene Danley. Caden James Davis. Braden Angelo Demushkin. Emiliano Francisco Diaz. Keely Ann Dickey. Juliet Ann Renier Deal. Nicole Lorraine DeMarco. Abigail Ray Edwards. Stella Jace Enochian. Brody Michael Estrella. Mackay Stephen Mano Fagata. Macaulay Fahey. Amanda Marie Favor. Gabriel Paul Favor. Lucas Cruz Flores. Ella Xiaoyu Foley. Macklin David Friedman. Madeline Louise Fuller. Thomas Matthew Gaskill. Reese Lane Gorman. Evan James Graff. Wyatt Mack Grigg. Nacio Abraham Gutierrez. Cameron Emilio Gutersman. Legend Isaiah Haile. Dante Bear Hall. Emma Grace Gibson Hamblin. Brody Keller Hansel. Harlan John Heibel. Adam Campbell Holmes. McKenna Taylor Homan. Jordan Reese Johnson. Samuel Swede Keating. David James DJ Kellum. Sophia Alana Kerrigan. Malachi Kwan. Jonathan Thomas Costa. Isabella Cooney Mooney. Emma Ann Lando. Arlen Jacques Lee. Griffin Armstrong Hayworth Lewis. Abigail Sophia Lopez. Kevin Bridgman Loughran. Jacob Paul Lubis. Isabella Lala Caprice Lucci. Lars David Ludke. Gabriella Anita Macias. Hannah Sophia Maida. Chase Vic Mandel. Paolo Owen Maravilla. Celeste Sophia Martinez. Sarah Simone Martinez. Cole Allen Martz. Layla Alcacid Macassey. Eric Taylin McDonald. Ella Ruth McGuire. Reagan Lynn McIntosh. Alessandra Cristal Malara. Jordan Isabella Menconi. Natalie Isabel Mendoza. Isabella Marie Mistretta. Peter Jirius Moganum. Jonathan David Moreda. Cody Edward Mueller. Luke Isaac Munsell. Elizabeth Grace Negri. Valor Queen. Matthew David Sosa Nagera. Faith Abigail Elise O'Anderson. Phoebe Victoria Oliver. Alfonso Jesus Orozco. Caden Joseph Owen. Sachi Kumar Prosher. Dakota Michael Passo. Malachi Kane Pathumnarak. Tehana Paletti. Ariana Sinai Perez Santos. Maria Emily Perez Valencia. Landon Mateo Puga. Pierce Alexander Robertson. Sterling Celine Robertson. Everett Benjamin Self. Julian Antonio Servin. Temple Lova Tiger Lily 7-0. Isa Shami. Arnav Sharma. Teo Christian Shepherd. Ashley Sophie Singleton. Roderick Leroy Smith. Miles Lawrence St. Clair. Caden Michael Lee Spartacus Stanley. Madeline Estelle Stevens. Lorelei Marie Stommler. Otto Marcus Stommler. Kaylin Marie Swatchy. Noah Mitchell Seward. Jacob Danger Sullivan. Gianna Lorin Tamayo. Gianna Marie Teldeschi. Zachary Fenton Thomas.
I will. Okay.
Here, I can get some. Okay. Grace Helena Thumbheart. Benjamin Joseph Tisman. Sarah Marie Troms. Hugo George Traverso. Joshua David Treby. Ella O'Sullivan Trevina. Sebastian Idris Tunev. Georgie Grace Van Zutphen. Alexia Denise Vigil. Jazara Nicole Lee Villanueva. Davis Peter Edward Walsh. Travis Christopher Ward. Dylan Moran Webb. Jack Thomas Logue Wedge. Dylan Evan Whittemore. Grant Patrick Wilhelm. Amy Catherine Wilkinson. Andrew Robert Williams. Kimberly Ann Wilson. Gavin Ledson Wright. John Ruben Ibarra.
I promise not to keep you long because according to the valedictorian, the seniors have parties to get to, and I don't want to delay that. I very much appreciate the remarks of the graduates, the need for perseverance, the need for courage, the need for gratitude is well spoken, and the willingness to face challenges that come, recognizing that those challenges bring growth. And I do want to take this opportunity to recognize several isolated things. First, a gratitude to the Newman community. I've been on the campus of Cardinal Newman for the last 15 years, and the wonderful improvements and beautification of the campus is really a tribute to the entire Newman community, and in a particular way to the administration and staff, but most especially also to donors who have made those wonderful improvements possible. So I'm extremely grateful to you. You have created a campus that is attractive, appealing, homey, and comfortable, and makes it an atmosphere within which it is easy to associate and thus easier to learn. I want a note of gratitude to Dr. Linda Norman, who has served as president of Cardinal Newman High School for a number of years and who will be completing her time here at Cardinal Newman. And so I really want to recognize Dr. Norman for the work that she has done here at Newman over these past years. At the same time, I want to welcome Paul Raccanello, the oncoming president, and certainly respect and admire him and hope and pray that good things, as I trust they will, continue to happen at Cardinal Newman. For the seniors, I've been reading about values, and certainly attaining higher values demands greater effort of will. Nothing easy really has a sense of accomplishment to it. It's only when we have to engage our better selves and struggle that we recognize the value of the thing that we have achieved. And so I congratulate you on the achievement of graduation from high school, a great beginning goal to have achieved, and I commend you for that. And I pray that you continue to look upon higher values constantly and seek those values, ultimately the values of love, truth, goodness, beauty, being ultimately the value of God Himself, and seek to incorporate Him as completely as possible in your life, recognizing that a good such as God, which is the greatest possible good, is also the greatest possible value, and therefore requires and is worthy of the greatest possible effort. For the work that you have done, I commend and encourage and congratulate you, and for the work which yet needs to be done, I encourage you and pray that with God's help and the grace of the Holy Spirit and the virtues that you have learned here at Cardinal Newman, that you utilize those to achieve greater values, increasing values, a happy life, and especially life forever with God in heaven. So it's my privilege now, I guess, to tell you it's time to switch your tassels and officially declare you graduates of Cardinal Newman High School. Congratulations.
In the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you shake that.
In the club, party rock. Looking for the girl, she on the jock. Now stop when we in the spot. Booty make her wait like she on the block. With a drink, I got to know. Tight jeans, tattoo, cause I'm rock. Half black, half white, diamond out. Gang of money, open up.
Yeah, I'm running through these halls like Trano. I got that devilish flow, rock and roll, no halo. We party rock. Yeah, that's the cool that I'm repping on a rise to the top. No lead in our Zeppelin. Hey, party rock is in the house tonight. Woo! Everybody just have a good time. Yeah, and we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Let's go. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you shake that.
Every day I'm shuffling. Shuffling.
Step up fast and be the first girl to make me throw this cash. We get money, don't be mad, now stop. Hating is bad. One more shot for us, another round. Please fill up a cup, don't mess around. We just wanna see you shake it down. Now you home with me. You naked now.
Get down, put your hands up to the sound. Get up, get down, put your hands up to the sound. Get up, get down, put your hands up to the sound. Put your hands up to the sound. Put your hands up to the sound. Get up, 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 get up. Put your hands up to the sound, to the sound. Put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time.
Put your hands up.
Feel it, man.
Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Shake that.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Put your, put your. Put your, put your. Put your, put your. Put your, put your. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Loving you isn't the right thing to do. And how can I ever change things that I feel? If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. How can I, when you won't take it from me? You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way. Go your own way. Tell me why everything turned around. Packing up
go, go!